What if I told you that trying to get rid of your negative emotions by clearing them or washing them away might work temporarily, but it only leaves a gap for them to come back right after the session? What if the real transformation comes when we allow and accept and welcome all the parts of ourselves, especially our shadow? What if the only way out was through? In this session, we're going to talk about our negative emotions and how they get stored as trauma and end up controlling our lives, and how we can take our power back and transform them into light so that we can finally feel that peace and freedom in every moment that comes from more source light shining through us. Hi, and welcome back to the jungle. I'm Anna Pashanti. Today we're going to dive deep into that wild world of emotions. I know a lot of you have been doing your healing work. You understand that everything is energy, and the way your energy field vibrates determines your experience of reality. Specifically, how your aura's frequency fluctuates is based on, among other things, your emotional state. And throughout all of existence, where we are all separate beings, separate from source, enjoying our separate lives, there exists duality. There exists the whole spectrum of emotions, from very, very high vibe and positive to very, very low vibe and negative. Now, of course, in the void, in source, in the pure ocean of peace and stillness that holds all possibilities and nothing is yet created, just pure source awareness, sure, there is no duality. And that's the absolute peace. There is no duality. There is no positive and negative, no contrast, no yes and no light and dark. But as source differentiates itself into separate things, separate beings, into you and me, there exists duality just automatically. Contrast, yes and no. Something exists, so there is also a lack of something. Which means duality is not going away. There is no amount of positive thinking that can erase that fact. We're also not going to wake up one day having ascended to some other plane where negativity does not exist. However, this does not mean that you have to suffer. Some of us may have come here thinking that we had to suffer through life to learn and grow as a soul. I would like to challenge that belief, at least in part. What if it were enough to witness duality, to know that it exists, to see the dark and the light without resisting it, without judging it, without fighting against it, and meanwhile, also choosing what we do and don't want, going in the direction of what we prefer, and choosing to heal and to create a life that we love? What if the key to happiness were not to run from the darkness, and also not to get stuck in it, but to integrate it? And what would that look like? I can tell you what it's not. It's not trying to get rid of anything. It's not waving a magic wand to make pain disappear. It's not clearing it or washing it away. It's not fixing something that's inherently flawed. You are already perfect. Yes, you may be divided into a rainbow of different frequencies, and that's beautiful. That rainbow of frequencies that you probably experience throughout your life ranges the spectrum from joy and bliss and happiness to shame and grief and anger. So, using that idea of the rainbow, what if that beautiful diamond of shining source light in your heart that generates your aura, what if that acted like a prism, reflecting pure source light into the rainbow of all the frequencies that exist, all the frequencies that make up you? If we think of it that way, to return to the peace and freedom of source while in these bodies, in these lifetimes, we could reverse the prism and step by step merge that rainbow of frequencies, light and dark, negative and positive emotions, merge it into the light of source, so that pure source light is shining through us. Practically speaking, that means we integrate our emotions, especially our negative emotions, all those hurt parts of ourselves. We integrate it into our greater awareness, into the light of our consciousness. So in the process of healing, we become whole. Because the way I think of trauma and that dense egoic structure we all carry is that when you don't feel safe to feel something in the moment, when something happens and you don't feel safe to feel that emotion that's coming up, you store it into the subconscious. Just to survive, to get by. Totally normal. We all do it. This could be a serious event, a big traumatic event, or it could be something as simple as your big brother getting the bigger piece of cake all the time and you feeling left out, or those kids at school who never wanted to play with you. That feeling that you didn't want to feel at the time, or you didn't feel safe to feel it, it got stored into the subconscious. And so from there, from the subconscious, it controls your life. Why? Because it is constantly energetically attracting situations that bring up that same emotion again. Why? Because this is just a hurt part of you wanting your attention again. It's wanting to be part of your conscious mind again. It's wanting to be reunited with you. So when we turn towards it, instead of pushing it away, when we welcome that feeling, when we welcome the message and the wisdom that it has for us, and allow it to be there, to welcome it back into our conscious mind, we heal it. The parts become whole. And so when we do that, when we integrate all those parts together and we become conscious of everything, so from the subconscious to the conscious, we gain all of that power and energy that was in that pain. And we gain all of that power and energy to create beautiful things in life, to move forward, to create something amazing. How do we do this? Well, when we are completely overwhelmed by emotions and we are confused and we do not know which way to turn or what to do or even which way to go, we always have our bodies. No matter what happens in this lifetime, you always have your body. And whether you know it or not, your body is always doing you a service, not only helping you to survive, but also storing that pain that you've pushed away and ignored. It's storing it in the body. So that subconscious pain is basically stored in the body. Because you may have noticed that every emotion you experience comes with a physical sensation in the body. And so that is what we can use to heal in kind of a somatic processing method. Yeah. We don't have to talk about the past. We don't have to relive anything. We just have to feel into our bodies, feel that physical sensation that is there, that is coming up for our attention, welcoming it, allowing it to be there finally, instead of pushing it away, welcoming its wisdom and hearing its message. So we welcome the wisdom and we hear the message and we integrate that into our conscious mind. And then whatever's left, we can transmute, change its frequency. Energy is not created or destroyed, but it does change its frequency. So with our intention, with all of that infinite power of source light and divine will that is flowing through us, we can use that intention to transform the frequency of whatever's left, transmute it, and offer it to the world as a blessing. Turn it into something beautiful. It's energy changing its frequency. We bless the world in a humble act of generosity because all of that pain is consciousness just compacted into a denser form. A lot of concentration there. It's just kind of gravity just pulling it in because it's so strong. The energy is so strong. And so when we allow it and welcome it, it depressurizes. It just becomes less dense and dissolves into a mist or a cloud of neutral energy, the 0-point field. And from that neutral space, we can transform it. We alchemize it. We throw it up as confetti, as sparkles of light, and just bless the world with something beautiful. So practically, what does that look like? Well, when you're in the situation and an emotion is coming up, as soon as you can get to a quiet place, even if that means you find a bathroom and you lock yourself in there for 5 minutes, you take that quiet moment to yourself and you just let yourself feel whatever's coming up. It's really as simple as that. Feel it to heal it. Feel the sensations that are coming up in the body without resisting it, without pushing it away, and then speak to it. Say fear or anger or grief. You are welcome here. I welcome your wisdom. And stay with it until it fades on its own. You'll be able to feel it in your body. And when it starts to fade, that's the integration. That's it. And then you can transmute whatever's left into, let's say, peace or confidence or joy, and allow that it, and intend that it blesses the world. Imagine little sparkles of light showering you and everyone who needs it with peace or with confidence. When you get the hang of it, it can only take just a few seconds, or you can take an hour if that's what you need. If you don't have time, let's say you're driving a car and you get road rage and you can't just stop and process it right then, you ask your heart to send it out into your outer field, just like you clear external energies. And as soon as you can, when you get home, when you have a quiet moment to yourself, then you process it. You call it back, you feel the emotion, you allow it, you welcome the wisdom, you transmute the rest. I really recommend listening to the guided meditation that I've recorded for you. It'll take you step by step exactly through that process. Give it a listen, let me know what you think. And of course, there are other parts to the healing process, but that is one of the most important ones because you can do it on the go, wherever you are. And you can also use it as upkeep, so that once you've cleared the old traumas, you can process new emotions that come up so that they're not stored as new trauma. And of course, if you'd like more support, please reach out. I am here for you. You are not alone. I've started a beautiful community also with amazing souls with amazing energy. It's called Rewilding the Soul, and you're very welcome to join in the link below. And until then, just be brave. Be the light that you are. Namaste, my friend.